We bleed!
Dear guests, welcome back to the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships after an entire day of qualifying yesterday and a long morning of two other double elimination brackets. It's time for the pro class. Races are heating up hotter and hotter, and we have done a round of practicing for all 16 pilots. From here, we're going to go into one final round of practice before they set up for their first race in the preliminary round of this double elimination bracket, where we sort these 16 epic pro class pilots into the winner's bracket and, of course, the consolation bracket. That'll take place after one heat of practice. Coming up in just a minute, I see our heroes, our pilots over there getting ready to plug in, waiting to get the green light to go. We're going to be bringing in Zotek, Freshbred, Flightning, and Blasta for practice round one, the prequel to preliminary round number one. Pilots are being told to plug in their quads. You ready for this, Joe?
Yes, sir, Jesse P. It's the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. It's the pro class. These are qualifiers 17 through 32. And it has been a grind over the course of the day. We're at the midway point and so much more racing to get to. We saw some lap times in the low 20s in that sport division. Now we're in pro. We're going to be sub 20. I think we saw some 15s and 16s. That's individual lap times as we inch closer to our elite tonight at 6 p.m. We're there in the 12s.
Nobody's going to miss the elite class racing, but when you come out of these events, everybody always says, you know, elite was amazing. And, you know, like I say, witnessing greatness among FPV flight. But people are always most excited about the pro class finals because this entire band of 16 pilots is, I believe, separated by a total of 5 seconds on the overall time qualifying leaderboard. So it's really close racing.
It's a wild one. Now, this first launch, this first pack is practice, a warm-up. Then they go back-to-back into brackets. The pilots are ready. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5.
Almost contact there for Flightning. He saw green lights right in his face, barely pulled away, and he felt that prop wash here in this practice round.
Freshbred leading Flightning, and he's your highest seed right now. You got Zotek within reach, Blasta as well.
More contact. Man, are we just going to see constant mid-airs in this heat?
Could be. Freshbred, Blasta, 1 and 2. Flightning catching up, number 3 spot. But this is practice. We also saw in the earlier divisions some people holding back for that first bracket race.
That's a smart way to play it. Well, you called it a second ago. 3 total sub-20-second laps so far. 2 of them by Freshbred, 1 of them by Blasta. My goodness, Zotek moving up ahead of Flightning. They're on lap number 2 of this practice round. I got to keep reminding myself, none of this matters. It's just a warm-up heat.
And there's lots of laps to go. If you were with us earlier today in our hobbyist division and our sport class division, they were doing 3-lap races. Here in our pro division, they're 4-lap races. And so 1 more to go as Freshbred gets on to lap number 4. 1 more to go for Blasta, 1 more to go for Flightning. Zotek catching up, and he gets on that lead lap and final lap number 4. As into the crash gate, we go with Freshbred, 4 laps a minute 25. Blasta, 4 laps a minute 27.
Wow.
And Flightning, 4 laps a minute 30. Your highest seed in this one is Freshbred. Flightning was second in qualifying, and in this group, in this matchup, he finishes 3rd. And 1 to finish up. And close enough finish here in practice for Zotek. And now it's a back-to-back situation. Another lipo in, and we go green for real, where we take the top 2 up in our winner's bracket, bottom 2 in our consolation bracket.
Got any projections on this one, Joe? Should I put you on the spot on every one of these heats, or probably not?
Well, this is probably going to be your most contested division, sport class. Whether we're racing 5-inch, you're at the Multi-GP Championship. We start with the sport class over 2 days, the pro over 3. You'll see the tighter groupings. Now, obviously, when you get to elite here at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship, you'll see 3 or 4 pilots that really have a chance at getting that win. With sport, as you touched on, not much separating the entire field to 16 in the division. In the number 16 spot was 3 laps and 67 seconds. In the number 1 spot, 3 laps and 53 seconds. So that's less than 3 seconds per lap. separating the entire field. That was just on part of the journey to get here. We saw it in hobbyist, we saw it in sport. They're getting faster. Even though they did 8 batteries yesterday, warm up earlier before we kicked off our live stream, we're now at 10, 11 packs on the track. They're just going to get sequentially faster. Anyone could win this thing. We saw a 14 seed podium in our hobbyist. We saw the number 5 seed in sport win, right? So just to get you seated in your group, anyone could win, especially here in sport. We're going green. Heat 1. Top 2 moving up, bottom 2 moving down. Pilots arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5.
Well, finally, we're here in the pro class racing for reals and tons of action in traffic. Glancing at the pack, appears to be Flightning in a strong position. He's right there with Blasta. Let's see who's going to make it to the dive first.
Freshbred was up, and he's dropped down to 3rd. So Freshbred, Flightning, Blasta. Zotek is only about a gate back.
Wow.
Watching
Contact
it line
Flightning
of sight.
and Blasta.
Line of sight, it was almost 1, 2, 3, 4 as we take Freshbred on along with Zotek.
Wow, huge crash really upset the order there. Now it's Freshbred 1, Zotek 2, Flightning and Blasta trying so hard to catch up. They had contact in one of the final course features of the previous lap, and it put them down. And these, you know, in this level of racing, you go down for a second and you're a half a lap behind. Freshbred now onto his 3rd lap. Zotek also onto his 3rd lap. Flightning right there with him.
Zotek could push himself up in the lead. He is now leading the charge here at the weBLEED Northeast Whip Championship Sport Class or Pro Class Division. As we continue grinding through our program, more issues again for Blasta. You know he's going to take a little walk outside, maybe go to the lobby here at the Craftsman Inn and Suites and just get the game on his mind. The money on the mind, the podium on the mind, because this first one's not one to write home about. We're on the final lap, chasing Flightning again.
Flightning in the 1 spot, Freshbred in the 2 spot. He's got action from Zotek trying to creep back up into that number 2's position. There's Flightning making it official. Flightning, first place, first heat. Who's next? It's Zotek taking 2nd place just in front of Freshbred. Awesome final lap to that race. And wow. Yeah, tons of big changes.
Okay.
See what?
I didn't see.
Yeah. I didn't
make sure he got in the gate. He's out of the gate right now, but if he crossed the plane, then he got.
Do we have to review?
No, I saw the. No, I don't know. I just saw him pop out. I just didn't know if he actually.
Do you want to see?
Well, as we get ready for practice pack for heat number 2, results are unofficial on that last one because we have the timing gate that gives us a bit of data, but the actual end of the race on lap number 4 is our crash gate on the far side. And so we just want to review that final 4 finish order. We're not overly concerned, but we are going to verify to make sure that the right 2 move on in our winner's bracket.
There's a look at your unofficial results on the screen. Flightning, Zotek, Freshbred, Blasta. We're going to make that official in just a moment as we double check.
So Flightning, yep. And then we should have Zotek, bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, Zotek was in.
Results official. First place Flightning, second place Zotek, third place Freshbred, Blasta in 4th. That's your first race in the pro class. We get ready for another practice round before a little bit more official racing. Who are we bringing in, Joe?
We are going to go to Tasty, Mo, Tutex, and Lambie. Your next 4 to work here. But this will be a practice pack for them. And we have moved Flightning and Zotek to match number 6, no channel changes. Freshbred and Blasta to match number 5, no channel changes. And you can follow along the dynamic heat sheets, multigp.live/333. We're going green. It's a practice pack of 4 laps. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5.
So many mice here.
So it's amazing that pressure on. You got Tasty and Mo, your leaders here after 1. Waiting for 2 techs to get around. We got issues for Lambie.
Yeah, hard to see 0 video coming in for Lambie. That is a rough spot to be. Again, just practice. Keep it in mind. Don't forget. Just practice.
Yeah.
But hard to have equipment damage between your 2 heats is going to be a difficult repair.
Ward Slayer was saying that's definitely a sign of a camera there on Lambie. Crystal clear video with that OSD, but no screen, no video coming in behind it.
Yeah, disconnection between the camera and the video transmitter is what that means.
So down to 3, they're all separated by about 5 or 6 seconds. It's Mo, Tasty, 2 techs on this practice round. And then we put new lipos in, go for real. Tasty now on lap number 4, final lap.
Here's hoping Lambie's got a backup quad or knows what happened there.
I'm sure we're in the pro class now, Jesse P.
That was another equipment damaging wreck. Oh no, Mo's back. My gosh, he went down and just instant gray screen. How is he back? I want to know what happened there.
Well, we give the unofficial W to Tasty on the practice pack. Had about a 6-second lead after 3 laps, and with all the other issues by Mo and 2 techs, going to get a win by about 20 seconds. 2 techs across in second, Mo in third. They get their 4 laps. Lambie, we lost, and so we're going to try and repair a quad or replace a quad, replace some lipos, and get sent to go green on heat number 2.
Yes, I got 2 people remotely watching, plus I'm going to try to watch as much as I can do. So nice. Hopefully, if I don't catch it, you 2 will. And we both caught it.
Sounds great.
There's a little review on that last one with Zotek's finish, ensuring that he did finish the race because everything happens in a flash, a blink of an eye, and looked like you look away from Zotek, you look back, he's sitting outside the crash gate. Did he go in? But he hit that crash gate with so much momentum that he hit it and bounced out. And
Yeah.
you just got to break the plane.
Just break the plane. This is a short, complex course. We're looking at, we've already hit a 17-second lap in this round with the pros, and we're going to see lower and lower. So much changes so much so fast, just as it did in that last practice round.
And how about in that sport class earlier, those crash gate finishes, right?
Yeah.
So many close
The
ones.
crash gate strikes again.
A precursor to what we're going to see here in our pro class finale is we're about to go green on heat number 2, and our elite coming up just after 6:30 tonight on the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel, multi-GP YouTube channel as well. This one's for real. Tasty, Mo, 2 techs, and Lambie. We're going green. Pilots arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Go tone, off to the races we go. Running hot, whole shot. Gonna go to Tasty, your highest seed, but gonna be hotly contested here on this 4-lap race.
Yep, Tasty in 1. Mo and Lambie fighting for second, but now it looks like Lambie's right there alongside Tasty. May have even made the pass. Mo dropped back to 3rd place. Yep, looks like it's still Tasty number 1. He's the first one through the TGS for lap number 2.
Tasty, Lambie, Mo, they're only separated by 2.5 seconds after 1 with 3 laps to go. 2 techs within striking distance of that transfer position. He's 5 seconds back. Top 2 go in the winner's bracket. Bottom 2 in our consolation bracket. And we're still chasing Tasty, right?
Tasty, the first one to move on to his 3rd lap, and now negotiating the Tetris piece and getting ready to hit that dive. Bravo, Tasty holding a strong first place. There's Mo coming in 2nd. But where's Lambie? Currently knocked back to 3rd place with 2 techs.
They're in a battle for 3rd, 4th. So right now, Mo is sitting pretty in 2nd for that transfer position. About a 11-second lead over 3rd and 4th. Tasty well out in front. And about to visit with our crash gate right about now. Tasty with the W. Your highest seed in this one. And now we look for those other transfer positions.
2 techs is in 2nd. Mo's in 3rd.
2 techs didn't read. Did his video go to shit? Did 2 techs, was his video shit?
Did he only do 2 laps? He didn't do enough laps. Oh, you're thinking maybe the 4th lap didn't read. Huh?
it didn't read one of his two tests. Was his video going to finish? Was my question?
He got in first. He got in the crash case.
He got second.
You know what I'm saying? He got in before that.
Well, let's get set up for another practice round. It's time for Dio GTS, Swifty, FTW, and Zero.
I got that right?
Practice battery before we go to your preliminary round.
So we do have remote officials here for our pro class, and we got a thumbs up. The results are official. So we'll take Tasty and 2 Techs to match number 6, no channel changes. Mo and Lambie to match number 5 into the consolation bracket, no channel changes, no channel changes. Practice pack here for group number 3, match number 3. With the pilot making it the trip here from the East Coast, Zero is with us. All the way from Maine. We got FTW FPV from Selkirk, New York. Then Ithaca brings us Swifty FPV, your number 2 seed in this heat. And lastly, from Omaha, Nebraska, Cornhuskers with us, Dio GTS. Yo, Joe, your high seed here in match number 3. This is a practice pack 4 laps. Before we get real, start pushing on winners bracket, consolation brackets. 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. We are live from Fayetteville, New York, our venue for this year's Whoop Championship, the Craftsman Inn and Suites. Great venue for what we have, this cavalcade of Whoop racing.
There's your launch block.
We're going green, 4-lap practice, warm up, live on the tone. Less than 5.
That looked awesome. I love those launch cams. Well, first place currently, Dio GTS. Already through the TGS for the second time here on lap number 1. He's going to hook his way towards the dive gate, first place position. There's Zero in second. FTW in fourth, following Swifty, currently in third here in the practice round. Dio on lap number 2.
In-house little Maroon 5 moves like Jagger. That's Giodis's jam. Look at him go. Doing a little freestyle. We had freestyle last night.
Really?
After we're done qualifying. Yeah, we had Heads with us and Bont Grinder.
Oh, epic.
We saw some trippy spins, some Vanny rolls even.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to go back and watch that stream. I had to miss parts of it yesterday.
The tail end, it was a riot. We had a great time hanging out with our 4th group. Heads, Mr. Infinity Loop, Bont Grinder, Friday night live streams. 4th and final lap here for Giodis. Zero and now Swifty onto the 4th and final. Waiting for FTW FPV to get around onto lap number 4 here. A warm-up pack. There you go. One more to go for FTW FPV. As we get through that crash gate for Giodis, your highest seed. 20th overall in qualifying here this week.
There's Zero and Swifty in third, unofficially for this practice round.
Boom. 4 up, 4 down. Now we get set to race them for real. There's Mr. Infinity Loops as well inside of the YouTube chat, hanging out with us on site in the stream. Mr. Heads.
Yeah, he was here for a while earlier, filming me stickering everybody. I said it to Heads, but I'll say it to you guys too. Whenever I'm doing the stickers on everyone's back, you know that shtick I've been doing for years. Everybody always sees me putting a sticker on someone else's back, and they're certain I would never do them. But have a look at the backs of everybody on the screen right now. The one thing they have in common is they're covered in stickers.
Well, there was a question there in the YouTube chat about 2 Techs. It only showed him doing 3 laps at last heat, and we gave him second to advance. And the reason being, missed the timer missed his read on lap number 4. So we did confirm that he got through the crash gate. He was second. He advanced in the winner's bracket. But one of the questions I asked here, the judges beside me, I'm like, was his video going inferior at the end? And they kind of concurred there. So the video transmitter on the craft not putting out enough to pick up by our sensor. But we have the technology and the abilities here to confirm that even though the timer didn't agree, what we saw on the screen did result in Two Tanks advancing there, and he did do 4 laps. All right, this is the real one right now. Who's going into that winner's bracket, match number 8? Who's going to the consolation bracket, match number 7? The next 4 laps decide. Good luck, pilots. Top 2 is what you want to do. We're going green. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Well, deja vu all over again. Whole shot for Giotis, but he got a little loosey-goosey. Dropped back to 4th. Now work his way back up into 2nd and pushing the lead. Swifty and Zero were holding their own, but it's once again Giotis, then Swifty, Zero, and issues for FTW, FPV.
But it looks like Zero did work his way up into the 1 spot. He's already on lap number 2 in the lead and getting ready to hit the TGS for the 2nd time. Let's set him up for his dive gate right now and see what kind of company he's got. Swifty's close. FTW's close. Dio's already at that dive gate. Dio riding 2nd place behind 1st place. Zero on lap number 3.
Well, Zero's holding him off, but Giotis now 1.9 seconds back from our leader. FTW FPV is about 1.9 seconds behind him. This one is close. They're not separated by much, and even Swifty is back within reach as they're at the midway point. 2 down, 2 to go.
Well, a little bit of a pirouette there for Zero, moving on to his final lap, still holding 1st place and flying cleanly, flying a lot better than he did in his practice. We need to come up with a consistent pronunciation of Diogits between you and I.
Well,
make an
Joe
agreement.
can definitely go. Zero's still trying to hold him off, but Giotis has Zero in his sights here on lap number 4. Giotis gets by him.
Giotis it is.
But who got into the crash gate first?
Wow. Swifty spiking into the crash gate, but I think he was 3rd in line. And now we'll bring a class FTW.
Chat saying Jesse needs to help Joe with pronouncing Dio's name.
Or maybe the other way around,
DYO
Skittles.
We sat down with Sunu, and she tried to train us on the pronunciation.
Okay, so
And I sat down with Joe just a moment ago.
okay, hold on. Skittles was wrong. You're wrong, Skittles.
We don't know if there is a right answer or a wrong answer. Just going to do a... We're just going to do a replay here at the end of the race to confirm the finish. Timing shows us one thing, but what I saw, it's not the timing gate on lap 4. It is the crash gate on lap 4. So it should, timing says 1 and 4, but I think it was 4 and 1. Zero and Giotis here at the end. We're watching the final lap.
Jodis?
Yeah, Giotis. His name's Joe.
Jodis.
So it's still 0, but where does that pass happen? So it's still 0 just ahead of Giotis. Giotis making the pass at the timing gate, right? Just ahead of the timing gate, Giotis got ahead of Zero. And he lines up that crash gate, but Zero tries to answer. But where's Giotis going? Is he going in backwards? So Zero gets by Giotis. And so that extra yaw spin did put Zero ahead of Giotis. That's and Giotis has helped us out as well with his OSD. As you can see there, that's it.
That proves-
DYOGTS is Giotis.
Jotus. Any questions?
And so, again, timing had Giotis ahead of Zero, but after that extra yaw spin, Zero does get the win. Those two are going to move on regardless. We'll take Zero and Giotis to match number 8. No channel changes. And Swifty and FTW FPV They go into the consolation bracket. They're back in match number 7, and no channel changes for them either. And so I'm not going to make any adjustments on the timing there because we're bumping the right people. And now we're back into practice packs.
Our last practice pack of the pro class.
Static Flyway FPV, Itmom, and Carlos FPV. 4-lap warm-up. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5.
Oh, man, it's a beautiful view from on board with Flyaway.
That's Jodas.
Yeah.
You got wrong. He's on it. You got wrong.
Ooh, a little bit of tripod contact for Flyaway right there as he got set up for the dive gate. Took a second attempt and hit it cleanly. We're here in a practice round. I got to keep reminding myself this is irrelevant flying.
Well, it's not irrelevant. You got
It's
your
irrelevant.
TQ in this one. Static. Highest seed to pro. He's got a 20. He's got everyone. Now he's under the 20s. 18-3 on lap 2.
Wow.
Had the field by about 5 seconds after his second lap. Now he's almost 10 seconds ahead of everyone. Just a little warm up. Everyone working on lap 3. Static now onto lap 4. This is one of the first races I think we're going to start with 4 and end with 4. We haven't seen that in a little bit. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
speaking of end, there's Static. Puts her in the crash gate after 4 laps. Let's bring around Flyaway. Oh, wait.
Itmom.
Flyaway 1 lap back. Itmom makes it in. There's Carlos.
What channel is that? R6. Didn't get a final pass on R6 that time around. Is Seeker here?
Strong finish for Flyaway, and that ends our practice.
Now we race for real.
So no more practice in pro class. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
We have the number 16 seed in pro, Carlos FPV. We have the number 9 seed in pro, Itmom. The number 8 seed in pro, Flyway FPV. And the number 1 seed, TQ, Static. All right, pilots, we're racing for real. Winners bracket, consolation bracket, arm your quadcopters. Live on the tone, less than 5. Off to the races we go.
Side by side, Itmom and Static through the hole shot gate. There's contact by Itmom and Flyaway. Puts Flyaway on the ground. Itmom flies away with it. Barely felt it. Must have been on the top side of that. He's got action right now. Carlos goes down when they're flying tip to tip. Now Itmom running away with first place. No, Static in first place. Static already on his second lap. There's Itmom bringing across lap number 2 as Carlos still back there struggling with the dive gate. Finally makes it through. Static getting ready for dive number 2. Nice and clean. Looking smooth as he goes through that wiggle waggle by Beta FPV, starting lap number 3 in 18.9, following his 19.4. Itmom now also across. Stumbles through. Glancing back at Static. Now on lap number 3, made it through the dive. Let's bring it across. Static now on his final lap here in this official race. There's his course through the TGS. Does he have action right now? He is all alone on the final lap, and I look to Itmom to make it across next. Itmom currently in a battle with Carlos FPV. But Itmom gets across just in front of Carlos as Static puts it in the crash gate and gets himself the win. Huge gap between first and second right now as we watch Itmom and Carlos. We're battling. Now Itmom hits that dive gate for the last time, pulling further ahead of Carlos after a little error. Here's Carlos's dive as Itmom brings it across, puts it in the crash gate. Static number 1.
Well, it looks like we may have missed a read on Flyaway FPV. And so that one, results are unofficial. We're going to check a few things here. We're in another DVR review on something else.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he did all his laps. Who? Flyaway. Well, I think it may have missed a lap. Yeah, and it may have. So R6, but he's given really strong reads all his other crossings.
And so we're just in a holding pattern to check a few things before results are official.
So it only saw the 4 passengers back. It didn't see. Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, the guy that raced against Mo?
We're going to go in a slight holding pattern, pilots. We're going to probably need closer to 5 minutes. So if you want to power off, go have a seat. Dougie, we have a bunch of stuff to review here, so we're going to pay some bills as well for those watching. We may have some updates. We want to make sure that the right things happen, the right champions are crowned.
weBLEED FPV. Shop now. FPV whoop drones, whoop gates, and accessories. FPV swag. Join the adventure today. Only at weBLEEDFPV.com. weBLEED. weBLEED FPV. Shop now. FPV whoop drones, whoop gates, and accessories. FPV swag. Join the adventure today. Only at weBLEEDFPV.com. weBLEED.
So reviews complete and a couple of changes to what we've seen there. So we had seen 3 laps recorded. I'm like, oh, the timer missed a 4th. That happened on 2 different pilots. On those 2 pilots, the timer didn't miss anything. They missed something, lap number 4.
Yeah.
So they are 4-lap races. Flyaway did 3 laps, went in the crash gate. So was still 4th, no changes for Flyaway, moving to race band or match number 7. So Flyaway's in match number 7, advancing up there with Carlos, right? Yeah, Carlos FPV with Flyaway FPV to match 7. That's in the consolation bracket. And Flyaway is going to be on race band 1. There is a channel change. And the big one that they're that really confused us was the two Tex and Mo situation. We had two Tex again with 3 laps, hit the crash gate first, but didn't do the 4th lap. So our remote officials catching that one, we have confirmed. Thank you to our judges. And so Mo is going to move to match 6, which is now on deck with a channel change, race band 6, which means two Tex, who only did 3 laps, is up now in match number 5. Two Tex going to race band 2. Channel change and a match change for two Tex. So up now, we're at match number 5, consolation bracket, Fresh Bread, Blasta, Lambie, and two Tex. And those should update here momentarily. Of course, you can follow along on our heat sheets as they update dynamically. multigp.live/333. multigp.live/333. That was fun.
Shout out to the remote officials helping us out, getting our backs. Thank you so much.
Just was texting that.
It was a good catch.
Good catch indeed.
So in the interim, I had adjusted the sensitivity. I'm like, maybe we got an issue on that
Exactly.
channel. I just
Yeah.
reset it.
Big twist for two Tex too, who's up immediately and in an elimination bracket, already plugged in and ready to go right now.
All right, so here's how it works. Top 2 in this match advance further in the consolation bracket. Bottom 2 will be done. As we look at the bracket on the screen, we're at match number 5. Those are the winners bracket races up on the screen. We're looking at match number 5. There we go, our consolation bracket. We are in the top left. Nope. We're in the redemption bracket, which we'll show you later.
We'll show you later.
Racing right now.
We don't want to show you right now. We'll show you in just a little bit, guys.
All right, pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5.
Well, the heat is on. Whole shot goes to Lambie. Awesome flying for the first part of lap number 1. And a little bit of a turn back there for a two Tex. So I'm looking ahead at the front of the pack. It appears to be Fresh Bread. Hits that dive gate first. He's got action from Blasta. But look, Blasta's down. Two Tex down. Lambie's down. Fresh Bread flies clean. Now on to lap number 2. Gapping farther and farther ahead.
In the chat, they're saying, do you smell that? It is Fresh Bread. So far, well out in front. But here comes the rest of the field. They're back in the air, grinding it out for that second transfer position. Blast on to lap 2. 9 seconds behind our leader. Two Tex on to lap 2. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go, two Tex. He's 4.6 seconds behind our transfer position. Fresh Bread running a race of his own. He's going to be over 18 seconds ahead of the field, and he's on lap 3. There's Blasta onto lap 3 as well. 2 to go. 12 seconds behind our leader, but sitting solid as we look to two Tex running for redemption to get on that lead lap.
I want to watch the other pilots, but Fresh Bread is flying a perfect, clean round right now. Have a look at the upper left. This is going to be the end of his 4th lap. Still riding probably a full lap ahead at this stage in front of second place Blasta and two Tex riding 3rd. Fresh Bread not quite in the finish gate, but he's got room to breathe. He gets through that start-finish gate now into the crash gate. An epic first place, keeping it alive in the consolation bracket. And we've got a lot of racing left to do because that's just how far ahead Fresh Bread was flying.
Here
All
comes
right, let's watch
Blasta.
Blasta.
Blasta crashing in the timing gate. Has got to get to the crash gate. Is it enough for two Tex to get across? Blasta's got to get up if he wants to stay alive. Two Tex going from
He's
0
stuck.
to hero. There's
Oh
two
my
Tex.
gosh. Unbelievable. What is the deal with Blasta? Where are you, Blasta?
He's crashed by the start-finish gate.
But, like, what's on him?
We're going to go to our live reporter, Jesse Perkins, getting up out of his seat, going to inspect the situation.
Where is this? Where's this down quad? That one?
Thank you.
No, you were upside down. How did...
Great work,
Motor.
Dougie. Looking for Jesse. There he is.
Motor wire in the prop. That's what put him down, and he couldn't get back up from there.
Dang. Bad beat for Blasta right
That's
there.
Not how you want it to end.
Well, not the worst, right? I mean, we still have to run the other round of this redemption bracket to really see where his final rank is going to be. It has him right now 31st, 32nd overall, I believe. Maybe could be 30th. We'll see how it's right around that section, but we still have to run that other our other redemption round. And so this time around, 4 laps legit for 2 techs.
Nice
we were
one.
watching, we were counting, and you know what? The one thing we didn't do was count out 2 techs, as he will stay alive. Fresh Bread and 2 techs staying alive, going to match number 9, a break of about 3 or 4 matches.
There's
Wow.
a look at the redemption bracket. I told you we were going to show you later. Race number 5, we just finished, and you can see we said a fond farewell to Blasta and Lambie. Next up in the other bracket, the winners bracket, we've got race number 6. All 4 of these pilots won their first preliminary round race. Not these pilots, rather, but
Well, that's the results of what we
that
just
is the
saw.
results, yeah.
The smiles from the 2 that advanced, ironically, how they posed for their photos is how they
Yeah, I know.
their
I know.
result in that
I love
last
that.
race.
I love that.
We're
Race
in-
number 6.
Yes, sir.
Lightning, Zotek, Tasty, and Mo. This is going to be a heater. We saw Lightning with a near perfect run in the preliminary round.
Lightning 6 in qualifying. Here in this
Zotek creeped his way into that gate in front of, I can't remember who it was, second place. It was riding behind Lightning. Zotek clinched the clutch, made it into race number 6. He's keeping it alive in the winner's bracket.
Zotek up a weight class. He was 14th in qualifying. Here he is in the winner's bracket.
Awesome.
Then you got Tasty, second overall in qualifying. He was less than 0.06 of a second back from the TQ spot. So no surprise to see him in our winner's bracket. Then you got Mo about midfield, 7th in qualifying here in our pro division.
And I always mention this, but Mo is the pilot of my favorite one-way whoop ever, where he was taken by a peregrine falcon while surfing the skyscrapers in New York City. An incredible story. You guys should see that video.
Yeah, we got to get a page, a landing page for the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship, so we can put the links up to the infinity loops, trippy spins, and the one-way whoops with Lightning.
There's so much room for content coming out after this event.
Let's go green. Winner's bracket situation. Top 2 advancing to the semifinal. The winner's bracket. Bottom 2 into the consolation bracket with a chance to redeem themselves. But don't be that guy. Let's go green. Get a checkered or a second. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5.
Epic launch. Hole shot goes to Lightning. He got up quick and just keeps on moving. Tasty right now in second place, giving him a lot of heat. Have a look at the screen. They're trading places, Lightning and Tasty. The dive gate for Lightning. Tasty has to turn back for the circle leading up to the dive. Sets him back just a bit. Lightning still not alone. Makes it across, though, onto his final lap. A sub-19 second first lap.
3 to go. Now you got Mo and Zotek battling it out for second, third as they have 3 to go. And trying to catch up with Tasty. Here's Tasty onto that lead lap. A little bit of time to make up. Only 8 seconds off the transfer position. And we're just warming up here in match 6.
Lightning brings in another sub-19 second lap. Really consistent timing. Same with Mo, getting really close to his first lap time. Riding currently in second place. Lightning through the dive on lap number 3. He's got 1.5 laps left to go. Let's bring him around. There he goes on to his final lap.
Yes, sir. Tasty and Zotek battling it out here for third and fourth, and they have to make up some ground if they're going to catch Mo and Lightning. White flag flying for Mo now, running second as we get ready to wave a checkered here. Oh no! Announcer jinx for Lightning. Lightning down.
Double down, double turtle. Lightning still fighting to get back in it, back in the air, but I think he just got past at that dive gate. Who was it?
That was Mo, I think. No, that was the lap traffic getting by him. That was Zotek making it past lap traffic. So finish that we're looking at right now, Mo then Tasty 1 and 2.
Oh my goodness. Those results appear to be legit. I glanced away for a second, but looking at the timing, Mo brings in 21, 20, 21, and a 19. It all makes sense. Mo with the first place finish. Tasty with the second place finish.
That was all Lightning until it wasn't.
until the very end. Good news for Flightning, you're not out. Zotek and Flightning still got another chance to fight here in the Pro Class Finals, but I would love to rewatch that one. That is going to be a really fun race.
Well, we have a second here. We can take a look at least about mid lap number 3. We're going to pick up here on a DVR review. And
Flightning had such a long crash, and we saw him sitting on his lid, fighting so hard the turtle could not get it flipped over. So let's zoom ahead of that part where Flightning, upper right of your screen now, takes a dive on this dive right here, I think. Nope, not that
maybe
one.
I'm one lap back, yeah. I tried to pick it up mid-race.
Good call. So there he goes, Flightning upper right of your screen, now on his final lap. There's his big split S through the TGS. Now setting up for the dive right now, hook and left, approaching that circle into the dive. He makes it through clean, but there's the error right after a tumble, a second tumble. Turtle doesn't work. Turtle doesn't work again. Panic sets in, but it's too late. There's a pass by Tasty, and Mo's already way out in front of him, lower left of your screen, and arcing into that. Look, Mo overflew the crash gate, now turns back, getting pressure from Tasty, who's crossing over the start-finish upper left of your screen. Oh my gosh. What happened here? That looks... Look how close these guys are. Tasty and Mo side by side, frame to frame. Let's tick forward one frame. I have no idea. I mean, it ultimately doesn't matter for the sake of this tournament, but...
Oh my gosh.
When it's less than one frame.
I mean, how would you, if you had to, how would you even...
What do you guys think in the chat? Who took that? Tasty or Mo? Suppose it matters.
Oh my gosh. Can we...
OMG.
Let me see if I can pull it back just right. I'm hitting so many different buttons on this 1980s technology. Yeah. We're in a slight holding pattern.
We're in a
guys.
holding pattern. Sorry, pilots. Yeah, let's unplug. Apologies, pilots.
So results are unofficial. We're gonna, even though we're appreciating this finish.
We're gonna double check the whole thing. Okay.
So Mo missing the start, the crash gate, and then we watch this side by side finish here. Tasty and Mo. Tasty's coming in hot. Mo's just lining things up, and then this may all be for naught.
If I had to guess,
crazy finish there.
If I had to guess, I think Mo actually did cross the plane first, but there's some unofficial results on the screen right now because there's a secondary DVR review happening for this heat. So stand by, pilots. Sorry about this short pause while we just double check everything. We want it to be just right for y'all. So a question about a mid-lap.
You gonna watch it? Yeah. So we're actually gonna play this one back. It is under review. Thank you, Dougie, with the graphics, keeping us updated. You got your unofficial results there up on the screen.
Wow, he's even got under review text.
Yes.
I love that.
We're going all out.
That's how you know when Dougie's going all out.
The question is, did Mo do the course correctly? Is this all for naught?
That was it. So far, he's good. So far, that was good. So far, I'm tripping so great.
No, that's still good. He's still good. He's doing it. Oh, he went through the top. Oh. That's not right. That's not right. That's what they were talking about. Right. That's just an extra obstacle. Doesn't matter. It's backwards plane. It's a bunch of things. Can we see it again? No, dude. That was wrong. That was incorrect.
coming
He
up.
just did extra off.
He needs to go through this bottom.
Yeah, he does. And then right left.
Okay, yeah, we're good. So far.
Yep, so far so good.
You want me?
It happens on the middle gate. On the back.
And slow down, slow down.
Goes
One. Yep.
the middle.
He needs to go over this one.
He's gonna kangaroo, whatever.
Yeah, he needs to go through it again.
Dunkaroo. He threw that one, hooked right.
Good. Hurdle. He's good. What's that wasn't what I saw.
Is this the
before.
right lap?
That's not what I saw.
Let's keep
before.
checking, keep ticking.
Oh, it's after that glitch, I think.
Okay, let's keep going. It's got to be on this
I'm
side.
telling you, he just did an extra lap. Extra off.
No, dude, I saw something in that one, and I didn't see it again.
In his third lap,
I think we all did.
We all saw something.
it was
Just
his
started
third
from
lap.
the beginning.
Okay, so I really do want to start from the beginning because I want to check out lap 2. It looked funky to me. I couldn't tell.
So we appreciate your patience. Again, DVR review underway. We saw something, we discussed it, we've lost it on the tape. We're just going to go back to the very beginning. Now, it doesn't affect this next heat or the one on deck, but we're going to make the call here in the next minute or two and then pick up where we left off.
Big money, big prizes, and big glory on the line. We want to make sure this is all perfect. We don't want to find any errors later. So thanks for your patience, pilots. It's hard when you get amped up for your big race and then have to sit there and wait, but we want it to be just so.
Fine so far.
Get ready. Right now.
Yep, he went through the top. It's the wrong
There,
gate.
no.
No, he went through the top. I saw it.
But then he fixed it.
He doesn't. He can't go through the top. Did he though?
Yeah, he did the course perfect, but he added an extra gate.
Ladders down because he realized he went through the top.
Back it up.
Okay, I'm like 10 seconds back.
I didn't see that far.
Top to bottom. Now he's going to skip over here. Now here's the extra
Goes
gate.
top, comes
Now
around
pretend
to
he
the
didn't do
middle.
that.
He's supposed to go middle. That's all right.
He's okay.
That's perfectly fine.
He's okay.
He did an extra gate, but he's
Did an
good.
extra
But he
gate.
realized it. Number one, he didn't break any rules on the plane. He didn't affect another pilot.
Correct.
I agree. You agree?
We
Don't
are
agree.
in consensus over here at the judges' stand.
A
And
unanimous decision from the
ru-
Supreme Court.
And
of
the
whoop
ruling
racing.
is, Joe, what's the ruling?
It's fine. It's good.
We good. Mo, you're good. There's your official results. You can notice that our man Doug removed the text in front of their faces that said results pending, results under review. That's how you know it's official.
Someone gave him a cold soda because now he's having fun over there in his corner. So we're going to take Mo and Tasty to match 11 semifinal. The winners bracket, no channel changes. And in the consolation bracket, we take Flightning and Zotac. Channel change for Flightning going to race band 6 when you're back with Zotac in match number 9.
And let's just take a minute to say well done to Mo. Got lost on the course, went back, did extra, and made it all happen with 0 errors. When you're under pressure, especially when you're freaking out about a possible mistake on the course, that's really hard to do. Take it from me. I did it twice at Whooptopia, and it did not work out in my favor. So bravo to you, Mo, going back, getting all the gates in the right order. Sorry to question you, bruh.
So this is for 13th through 16th in Pro. Just inside of the top 30 overall. That's for 3rd and 4th. We're in the consolation bracket. Bottom 2 eliminated. Top 2 advancing, staying alive in our Pro Class division of the 2024 weBLEED NorthEast Whoop Championship. We have Flyaway FPV from Maryland, Carlos FPV from Rhode Island, and FTW FPV along with Swifty FPV from the Empire State of New York. Ithaca and Selkirk represented. A look of our pilots on our screen. We're about to go green. Good luck, contenders. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
Whole shots of Carlos FPV. He gets out in front. Look at this traffic he's got. Already slipping back just a bit. There's another pass. He's side by side with FTW right now. And also not alone. Flyaway is with him. Who's through the dive first? FTW number 1. Flyaway number 2. It looks like Carlos number 3. And yes, FTW now getting ready for that Beta FPV wiggle waggle. Going to round out his lap. But no longer in first. FTW now riding first place well ahead.
Yeah, but 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working on lap 2, course 3 to go. No reminder needed, of course. We've learned that over the course of our pro class.
Swifty and Flyaway may have just had contact there. Swifty got into that dive gate just ahead of him, and I saw Flyaway set it down. Now they both hit the wiggle waggle. Swifty gets across, flying quick.
Carlos FPV totally distracted FTW, made a pass. FTW was like, what was that? Boom, squirrel, crash. And Carlos, your leader here, past the midway point. One more to go. Carlos and Swifty now, 0.4 of a second apart. Everyone has had a turn at the front of this train, but who's going to get it across the finish line? All 4 on lap 4. Less than 7 seconds separating our entire field. Still, we're chasing Carlos, but he just got a little loosey-goosey. I believe you put Swifty up into the 1. Now you're going to put him in the crash gate. Swifty with the win.
Contact for FTW and Flyaway just as Swifty crosses over. I don't know what's happening. Flyaway hasn't gotten back up yet. But I'm looking at FTW through the wiggle waggle. Let's bring it in. He missed the crash gate. Is he in it? I think he's on it. He's not in it. He's on top. Oh, he didn't make it. Carlos got in there. Carlos got in ahead of FTW.
What a finish.
I didn't see that. We got to review that.
Results are unofficial, of course, and once again.
Can we watch it?
Well, I want to watch it. We got to watch it.
We'll watch it finish.
But that, respect.
We'll watch it finish and then we'll watch it last.
That was a good finish. I love that.
A crash gate full of quads, Perry says, and so we have a few things to review on that one before results are official, but they said, can we watch this? Can we watch that? I said, no, let's just watch the finish first, appreciate that. Then we can roll up our sleeves, as it were, even though we're wearing weBLEED jerseys today.
This course is a tight little spaghetti bowl, man, and these reviews are just going to happen.
So right now we're looking at Swifty is finished, and then we got some time to kill as we watch everyone else finish after that.
Because he is way ahead. Swifty dominated that round.
Swifty's done, and then now you got
FTW.
Flyaways up in the rafters.
Okay, but FTW lower left going to pin it in. But look, here's where he misses. Boom, outside and to the right of the Tiny Whip crash gate. He's tumbling. Carlos trying to catch up. He's in the wiggle waggle, lower right on the. Hey, Doug, hook us up with a full screen on this review.
Oh, he's on the side there. It's there.
Carlos beats him in.
And Carlos does get in.
Carlos beats him in.
His last Tetris beats on that last lap.
Wow.
And we almost got back in there in time by FTW, but not enough. See, there's the miss, right? Here comes Carlos.
He's
Carlos
back up.
done. And then, boom, we got across the line with FTW.
And, you get distracted by the guy who's fighting to get in there, but you watch the guy who can't get into the gate. 2 other people slip in.
No, I was on Carlos the whole time.
That's awesome. So it looks like Swifty won.
No. Results unofficial.
Oh, hold up, everybody.
This is, I think, second last lap.
Second contest.
Yeah, we do have a finish there being reviewed, contested.
Good.
I got to go earlier?
No, earlier, yeah.
Yep.
It's the last lap. What did you do on the Tetris piece for the last lap?
This is after a crash, right?
Who are we watching? Carlos Tetris piece. No, I got it. Before he crashed. Before the crash? Yep. I just want to see it before. Yeah. Okay. There's the crash. You want before this? Yes.
I agree. Do you want me to go to the beginning or no? Are we happy here? Yep. That was the best.
The suspense is killing me. Okay.
It was hard to see what happened there. Carlos had a really weird blip in his video.
He needs to break left and go around to that other thing now.
He's lost. He's like, what? This? Oh,
Yeah,
he
no,
got
he
it.
did it.
He got it.
Right here.
What? Wait, what?
What's that? He went backward through the gate.
He did it.
Did he affect a pilot?
No.
Is that what your robot says?
Oh, I don't know if he affected the pilots. I'm just fist bumping you because you went back for it,
It was not
as I would have done.
The rule book states
Yeah.
whether or not it's intentional. Did he affect another pilot?
Who's around? Who's around?
It's clean. There's no one near him. It's clean.
Who's around? Nobody's around.
Everyone's on the ground. It's clean.
That
see it.
sounds
100%
conclusive. That sounds conclusive. Yeah, nobody's there. Nobody's there. Nobody's even in
He
the
didn't.
air.
He didn't improve his race line by doing that. So I'd
He
say
made his-
I'd say it's legit.
We good.
Yeah.
That's a deuce.
Ladies and gentlemen, the baby is in the room. Baby Hits is in the room.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm not sure either, Jesse P, but one thing I do know is results are official on that last one. I have Swifty with the win, Carlos FPV in second, and they will stay alive.
Man, tons of drama in that one, and I'm glad we do those checks, but let's just take a minute to look at Swifty's beautiful flight. He completely destroyed that round, and that was one where he needed to perform. He's in the hot seat looking at an elimination, and he completely dominated that heat. Bravo, Swifty. I still love your flight style as much as I ever did. Can't get enough.
Correct.
I love being on two cameras.
Both remote guys said he went through the gate backwards. He did,
He did.
but he didn't break the rules.
So the question there, of course, there is a rule about going through a gate backwards, but there's other nomenclature there. Was it intentional? Did you improve your race line? Did you affect another pilot? I'm not fully up to speed on the
checks out
Whoop
on all
Championship,
those.
but basically got a thumbs up that the results will stand.
We
as
know
Carlos
he couldn't have
FPV
affected
will
another
advance.
pilot because in that exact moment, every other pilot was touching the ground. So he was completely alone in the air. And yeah, I love the way he handled that. He made a mistake. He backed it up and corrected it. That's exactly what I would have done.
I swear to God, he did not do that on purpose.
I'm so glad that Dougie hooked up the DVR. And I'm so glad that we have this camera that we can put on the DVR. And everyone watching at home on the MultiGP YouTube channel, the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel, we're all watching the same thing together. We're discussing it. We're making sure that the right things happen. I love
We're
this
just
setup.
trying to have the conversation with the people at home.
Dude, we're talking about making big investments in our production. $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in replay equipment. We don't need it. This is way better. I think just the camera, while we look at it, you see us giggle, question, scratch our heads. The right decisions happen. So Swifty and Carlos, match number 10 is where you're going. This is match 8, so they got to break a 2. We're back in the winner's bracket, Jesse P. This is Zero, Jodis, Static, and Itmum.
I feel like if we're going to say Jodis, we need to sometimes say Dio GTS. There's Dio, a.k.a. Jodis. He changed his OSD because of what you did yesterday to his name.
Looks like our pilots are about set to fly. Top 2 go to the semifinal, the winner's bracket. Bottom 2 into the consolation bracket with a chance. Let's let her rip, Tater Chip. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
I don't think I could be much more excited for this race. I mean, Dio GTS, what did you say? He was top seed, high seed in the pro class, but no, Static's top seed. Static was crushing his first couple of races. So let's see how things are shaking out now.
Yeah, Jodis in the number 4 spot overall in qualifying for a pro division, but that's just part of the journey to get here. He killed it in his opening bracket heat and in practice. I mean, he schooled his field, and here he is, your leader after 1 in match 8.
Jodis 1, Itmom number 2. Static coming in third place currently. Let's bring him across. Did I get that right? No, it appears Zero got in front of him. Always worth a double check. Dio GTS now on his second dive and crushing at the front of the pack. Extends his lead just a bit more as we've got a major error by Zero and another error by Itmom. Let's see how close Static is. Static getting ready to round out lap number 2 right now. Makes the pass in front of Itmom.
So there, your TQ redeeming himself up in the number 2 spot. Still chasing Jodis. Zero gets onto that lead lap. 2 laps to go. And Itmom 2 laps to go as well. Everyone working on lap 3.
Well, shout out to Sunu watching on the edge of her seat right now as she watches her husband leading the pack in this very important race. Dio GTS riding nice and clean. Here's his final dive gate. Perfectly clean at the front of the pack. Static dives just behind him, though. Static definitely picking up some ground on Jodis, but isn't enough. Jodis puts it in the gate, and there it is. First place, Jodis. Second place, Static. Wow, that round just happened so fast. So much anticipation for me, and now it's over. I'm filled with ennui right now, Joe.
I like your style.
That was a fun one. Dio shuts it off. There's Itmom bringing it in. And just like that, what a beautiful round. Incredible pilot skill here at the Northeast Whoop Championships. We're midway through the pro class double elimination bracket after an look at Skittles' back. Skittles, do you have an enemy around here? My goodness, your back is a billboard, my friend.
Well, let's bump up some pilots. Jodis and Static, you're going to the semifinal of the winner's bracket. We are going to put Jodis on race band 2. That's a channel change. And Static on race band 8. That's a channel change. When you're back in match 11, this was 8. You got a break. And into the consolation bracket, Itmom and Zero. We're going to move Itmom to race band 1, Zero to race band 6. Channel changes for both of them when they're back in match 10, which means a break of 1. That was match number 8 in our consolation or winner's bracket. Now into the consolation, we go with match number 9. And can we do a DVR review? We're just in like the rhythm of playing back the tape.
I can't get enough of it.
This is just something I enjoyed in that last race. This is Jodis. Got the win by a fair bit, right?
Just in case you're wondering how to spell his name, it's there on the screen. He wrote it.
Well, that's how you pronounce it. The spelling's a little different. I want you to watch the end of the race, what pops up on the OSD, right? Into the crash gate. Boom. Game over. How far?
3 quick flashes.
Ready? One more time. Great way to finish right here. The win, going to the semifinal, the winner's bracket.
The whole team deadlock celebrating this win because it does feel that good.
Look how smooth he's flying, too. This is under pressure, right?
We know Jodis can take the pressure. He's been around since the beginning, an old school member of the Lady Luck team at I.O. There it is. Game over. Flash, 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 flash. Gray screen. That's how long he left that VTX on for his fellow pilots to finish just as strong behind him. What a sportsman.
Little risky, though. Like, we have seen some pilots miss that crash gate, land on top of that crash gate.
Yeah.
Maybe not a good idea.
I'm not saying I recommend it. I'm not saying I recommend it. I'm just saying that's his style, and I love it.
Oh, I love his style for sure. But maybe as we get a little closer to our Final Four in the pro class here, we'll leave the VTX on when we're sure that we see that netting around, right?
Well, that's up to the pilots, and we don't want to influence that decision on their part, not even a little. You guys, this next round is an elimination. Freshbred, Tutex, Flightning, and Zotek. Wow, these guys, a couple of these guys have been chilling in the consolation bracket for a minute, trying to fight their way tooth and claw towards the finals. We're going to bring 2 pilots out of the elimination bracket into finals, but not quite yet. This is race number 9. Race 12 and 13 are going to be those last 2 elimination brackets. So let's get ready to bring in Freshbred, Tutex, Flightning, and Zotek.
What's Flightning got in his hands there in his profile
That's
picture?
his new jersey, the one that we're wearing right now. Somebody shout out New Jersey.
He's from New York, though. Oh, Freshbred is from New Jersey. There you go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, Fresh Bread
There's
was
nothing wrong
from
with
New
that.
Jersey, the Garden State.
Right.
While
Let's not hold it against him.
Flightning was holding up his new jersey. weBLEED FPV jersey is what, for those that weren't following along, like, what are these guys talking about? We don't even know half the time.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, fix it up in post. Well, as we look to things right now, just inside of the top 30, if you're third or fourth, and closer to our championship podium at JC Ace. If you're top 2, good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
My goodness, no matter what, at the end of this one, I'm going to be crying right here on camera. I don't think I can bear to say goodbye to any of the pilots in this heat. I just love them all. Even Tutex, I don't know him that well, but after everything that happened, I'm a fan. Got knocked down to the consolation bracket, and now fighting his way back up.
But look at Fresh Bread. Holy, coming in hot. There's Flightning in the number 2 spot, 1.5 seconds back. Then Zotek, 2.3 seconds back from the stay alive position. And Tutex gets on the lead lap as well. 6 seconds separating all 4. After 1, down goes your leader.
Right next
Fresh
to
Bread.
us. Wow, taps Joe.
Dang.
Fresh Bread
About
just
died.
pounded into Joe's arm. That's going to bump him way back. Now side by side with Tutex, he has lost the lead and falling farther and farther back.
Flightning,
looking like
Zotek,
Flightning.
1 and 2. Tutex up into third. Does Fresh Bread get back within reach? We're only at the midway point. He's 12 seconds back from staying alive. He may be able to recover.
Oh,
he
my
is
goodness.
the fastest. But let's see what happens.
Flightning farther and farther ahead with this epically clean round. He's already, let's see, he's on his final lap right now. There he is through his wiggle waggle. No, wait, that was Fresh Bread. Here's Flightning's final dive, riding in clean air, front of the pack. Is Zotek still in second?
I believe
Flightning.
he is. We're about to finish. We are challenging it up at the front. Flightning will get the win, though. He's already taken a sigh of relief, chilling in that crash gate.
Here comes Zotek at the wiggle waggle, getting ready to punch his ticket into,
He
crash
misses
gate
it.
error. He's still not in. There he goes. Oh
There
my
we
gosh.
go.
This crash gate, I'll tell you. Oh. Props to
Fresh
you,
Bread.
Fresh Bread. Props to you. Did you guys see that ninja dodge? Did anybody see it? It was like this. I don't even feel them. I don't see them. I don't hear them. I don't feel them. My body just moves. Unlike my friend Joe, who took one to the arm, and in fact, that's what put Fresh Bread in this position in the first place. He would not be face punching if Joe didn't get in the middle of his flight path
My fault.
in that elimination round.
My bad. No, you're right. I think you're right.
Well, the chat is loving it. Come on, chat. Are you loving it?
Who isn't loving it? I'm going to see if I
It's
can
getting fun.
scrub the tape here and see where I about die.
Yeah, we want to see Zotek take it to the face here. Actually, by face, I mean arm. Next lap. So let's get a DVR review cam.
I had a remote trigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got Zotek second, Fresh Bread third.
Fresh Bread didn't finish. Yeah. Okay, there it was. Have a look.
That's where I just about
Pause
died.
it right there. And Dougie, let's bring it up if possible. We want to show the live stream exactly what happened.
This is a spot.
Hold on, just a sec. Hold on. Okay, now wait. This is the part. Okay, we're on the live stream now. So Fresh Bread's up, and there it was. Hit the ceiling, spiked it right into Joe Scully's arm. Now he's going to try to get back in the action. Another fumble. Fresh Bread's on tilt. The only way you can redeem a flight like that is with a Jesse P face punch. Unfortunately, he failed at that one, too.
He didn't finish.
So tough round, tough career here for Fresh Bread. But nothing but respect for his attempt at this. Oh, wow.
We're just playing this for fun.
No, somebody was like, Zotek got second, not Fresh Bread. And I ran from the bar.
Yeah, we all knew.
Yeah, we know that.
Okay.
Good call.
My bad.
No, thanks for getting our back.
It was
Let's keep watching Fresh Bread. He's about to make an attempt. I hope this isn't embarrassing. I did not dodge after.
Skittles.
You're going to watch me
knows.
dodge. Okay, slow it down. Slow it down.
I don't even know why we need the DVR. Skittles saw it. He knows.
Skittles is not. I'm the judge. Skittles not the judge. Just
True
kidding.
enough.
Skittles, you can be a judge.
You
Guys.
want it slowed down?
I
Oh,
hear
here we
about-
go. You were hiding right behind there, right? Oh, the other end.
Okay.
Okay, tell me when to slow it down again.
Oh, look. Why is he hooking to the right? What's he doing?
He's coming for you, Jesse P.
He wouldn't. Okay, now watch this dodge. Get ready. How
Look
on earth?
at you.
Notice my head moving to the side. The perfect dodge. Wow. Come on, guys. Come on.
All right,
I'm taking the credit for that.
Zotek, congratulations. You are moving on up to match number 12 and no channel changes. I had a question there about channel changes. No channel changes. Appreciate
Well.
your patience, but sometimes we like to have fun.
Maybe we could just glance at the bracket quickly as we get set for race number 10. Another race here in the Redemption, a.k.a. Consolation bracket. Swifty, Carlos, Itmom, and Zero. Only two can move on to meet Flightning and Zotek in race number 12, the quarterfinals of the elimination bracket.
Oh, Rodney Cheersma wants to know, can we review that face punch from the announcer camera? We're not able to do it. You're going to have to do it on YouTube yourself, play it back. If it looks good, definitely clip it if you can. Send it to us.
Are
'cause
you
that was
saying
wild.
maybe my version of the story isn't true? 'Cause it looks like Jesus, the silly goose in the chat, is also questioning it. Rodney Jeersma, that's Radioactive, one of the founders and leaders of Deadlock FPV. By the way, where are you?
He's watching from home.
You should be here, my friend.
Yes, sir.
It's not the same. Jesus saying JP is like Neo. Well, that's conclusive. He watched it remotely and made his call, and we got to stick to it. Thanks again for being an official remote judge, Jesus.
Yes, sir. We certainly appreciate it. We've been using the remote officials now for a while, and they are a godsend and a blessing. We want to thank you for your contribution. Let's go to match number 10, Swifty, Carlos, Itmum, and Zero. We see them on the screen.
There they are.
A lot of smiles, but
Not for long.
no.
Two of them about to wipe that smile out. Maybe all of them.
And that was first thing in the morning, too.
I think they're looking good. I'm loving all these photos.
Yes, sir. Tell you what, if you guys need a new Tinder picture, we have them. We can send them to you.
We've actually made everyone here a profile using the pictures that you've submitted.
That's right. Just swipe right.
Our screen's frozen again? I don't know what that is, if it's your output or the screen. That's why we're letting you know.
Say hello to Timmytron, a good buddy, Timothy Crofts from the land down under in Australia watching us.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, he doesn't miss a stream.
Gotta love that.
Sometimes and very rarely he'll miss it, but then he watches it later and then he sends me the Facebook messages.
Good call.
The criticisms, the compliments. Get along.
Critique.
Yes. Big fan of Timmytron. We've had some great adventures.
Like what?
Oh, we've been to China together. We've been every corner of Australia together. And he is a beast. So he is, they call him a club manager in Australia. We would call him a chapter organizer. He's also a race producer, puts on the biggest races, the Australian Drone Nationals, all the military events, the demonstration events. You want an event produced with great live stream and on-site management, you give Timmytron a call. So club manager, race producer. He also, in most races, he's the guy running the trackside scoring system. He's helped FPV Trackside develop their software. He's a race director making the calls, the DVR reviews. His live streaming setup is outstanding. He's able to hit a button on his stream deck. You're seeing the replay. You're not scrubbing like I am on the DVR. He's got that dialed in. And he's a commentator, very entertaining. I don't know one Australian who's not entertaining, but obviously, you know, what's the Australian guy, the mad Australian who's always...
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's the race version of that. Great, outstanding commentator.
Well, you should give us...
lastly, he's a pilot.
Get out.
So last fall for us, summer for them, I was in Australia, Australian Drone Nationals. He was a commentator, race producer, live stream director, and competing in the event. He was charging and tuning from the race control while we're all hanging out.
But do you have any details about him? Just kidding. That was the biggest description.
Timmy Tron,
I'm just kidding.
FPV Bits on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
And if it was MySpace, he's one of my Facebook friends. You can find me. Look up Timothy Crofts if you want to get in touch with him. If we still had MySpace, he would be in my top 8, 100%. It'd be
Huge compliment.
Chris Thomas, Jesse P, Timmy Tron, Dougie.
Are you saying you don't have MySpace? I thought that was still cool.
I still have it, but I can't remember my password to get in.
Same.
So hard.
I heard they can put music on pages now.
Oh, so good.
It's
and
awesome.
then you can actually get a comment thing that like animates and blinks along to your music on
How
your
did
page.
they think of that technology?
Tom.
It's a good old
it's
Tom.
all Tom.
You know, he was my first friend.
Mine too.
That's cool.
And you don't know Timmy Tron. Do we have someone on in the pits on Race Band 8? This is why we can't have nice things.
One way to find out, we could unplug 8 and just have a glance.
We're going to have a glance. We're at match number 10, trying to get him up in the air here. It's clear now. Oh, so we might have someone on the wrong channel. We are expecting who on 6? 0 should be on Race Band 6. Maybe 0 didn't change the channel. Mom should be on Race Band 1. That's what I'm seeing.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Well, race 10's a big one. One of the last elimination races before we set up for that sprint to the finals on race 14.
Dude, while we're doing this, I'm getting all the text messages coming in. First one from our newest drone racing fan on the MultiGP YouTube channel and the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel. That's Bobby Scully. She doesn't have any pilot handle as of yet.
We could give her one.
Just Jay's mom is coming in. She texts me, "You're super wrong on that person's name. LOL. DIOGTS. It's pretty obvious." Well, that's what we thought.
That's what we
had
thought.
A discussion.
Yeah, but then we read his
OSD.
OSD.
It says Jodis.
Yeah, how does that make sense? Because it's actually GTS, so why would you say TUS for that section? But
Well, it's his name, right?
in his homeland,
It's
that's how it's
2024.
pronounced.
Like, you can have numbers in your name and say, "My name's Fred."
Yeah.
But there's an F, a 3, and an exclamation point. In 2024, you can say, "That's Fred," and we have to accept it.
Yeah, shout out for Jodis taking us to that level. Because we accept, and we love you, Jodis.
And a text message as well from the founder and CEO of MultiGP, Chris Thomas, the entire Thomas family, of course, watching a live stream on
They
the
never
MultiGP YouTube channel from home. The only thing different between this and a regular MultiGP YouTube live stream is Chris Thomas is actually at home watching with his family. Normally he's there, and
Normally
Wyatt,
he's on the
Rachel,
megaphone.
Savannah are like, "Where's Dad? Where's Dad?" There he is. There's
So he
his
can
funny-looking
explain it.
friend Joe.
Yeah. So Chris is there to explain everything that's happening to the family for the first time.
Hanging out. He says, "Yeah, I would have been there, but today is family day. I'm with you. Happy St. Patty's Day to the entire Thomas household." Hello to Stacy as well, I'm sure watching. She's one of our best critics. She'll tell us when we do a great job. First one to do it.
Love to get some feedback from her on this race.
She gives us some great ones. She's a big Jesse P fan. And Chris Thomas says, before we go green, Dougie, he says, "Video looks great." So shout out to Diver Down from Harmjoy. Those are the MultiGP handles. Let's go green, match number 10. Thank you for your patience, but it was your problem that you were sorting out. But we're going green. Let's go green. Pilots are your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5.
Oh man, what a view from on board with Swifty. He sees the traffic all around him and it don't matter. Let's see. Oh man, look at this traffic. Zero's there too, but I think Swifty's still riding first place. First one to get to the dive gate.
That's right. He's in the lead, but everyone else is on top of each other. I'm watching line of sight. You're watching on the screen. This is insane. Anyone's game. Swifty, still your leader, though, after 1.
First one through the TGS for the second time. He's in the middle of his second lap and setting up for that dive gate. Let's have a look at him right now. Here he comes, round gate, dive gate. Swifty on lap number 2, your current leader here in this elimination round. He is crushing and flying so smooth. If you're not a fan of Swifty, just have a look at that screen. You're going to love it.
Yeah, you saw a little blip in front of him. That is not someone in front of him. That's lap traffic behind him. He's got his own gear. He had a 5-second lead. It's going to be about a 10-second lead here in just a little bit as he's getting ready to meet a white flag here in just a moment. One more to go for your leader, Swifty, trying to stay alive in this consolation bracket.
As far as I can tell, Itmom still riding second place. There he goes crossing over. Itmom is in second place behind Swifty, but Swifty is nearly out of reach. It's going to take an unbelievable error to put these two in contention. Swifty now in that wiggle waggle, sets up for the start finish, puts it in that crash gate, keeps it alive. Congratulations, Swifty, with that one. Have a look at Itmom, upper left of your screen, also in the wiggle waggle,
He's
punching
gonna do it
into that crash gate.
He does it.
0 crash gate drama this round. It's been a long road to race number 10 for our favorite pilots, Zero and Carlos. Joe Scully.
0 was third, right? Yeah. No remote judge third. Yeah. I think that's how you call it. Did they even finish? Yes. Yes. I didn't get a fourth read on the I don't know.
Should I?
I didn't get any triggers from remote.
While we regrid, we're just going to double check the final over on the sidelines.
Not because we doubt it, but because we care. We want to make sure this is absolutely perfect. Too much on the line, but that was an awesome elimination round. Swifty and Itmom keep it alive. And where are they going from here? Looks like race number 12, where they're going to go up against... Well, we'll look in just a moment here.
Lightning and Zotek when they get there, bud.
Oh my gosh, Flightning, Zotek, Swifty, and Itmom all together? Are you kidding me? Who are you going to root for in that one?
Everybody, go pilots.
Go all of you. Win
Go-
everyone.
Go drone racers.
Go drone, go.
Oh, I have a new one. We're talking about T-shirts and stickers. I'm going to bring it
Okay,
up here in
do
just
you
a
really
little
want to
bit.
reveal it in the public, or do you want to get
I'm
rich privately?
I'm teasing it. I'm
Okay,
teasing
yeah,
it.
good call.
It's coming up.
I know, yeah. All locals, all friends.
Holy. There should be no channel changes, but I have to verify something before I hit save.
Stand by, pilots, just a moment. Stand by just a moment, please.
Yeah, 2 then 1. Yep. Results official on that one as we take Swifty and Itmom up from match number 10 to match number 12. And survey says no channel changes. No channel changes as the journey ends here at this point for Zero and Carlos FPV. Pretty good finish inside the top 30 of our
You
pro
gotta love it. Yeah,
division.
you're gonna be happy with that result, regardless how that went down. But it's time for race number 11, semifinals of the winners bracket. Mo, Tasty, Jojits, and Static.
Are you ready for it? This was my favorite text message yesterday.
What's that?
If I can find it. Uh-oh. This might be a little hard. I teased it. I'm digging. Uh-oh.
There's your results from race number 10 on the screen. Awesome effort from Swifty Itmom.
Oh, here we go. After this race. Let's go green. This is the semifinals of the winners bracket. Static, your TQ from Vermont. Jodis from Nebraska. Tasty from New York. And Mo with an underscore from the great island of Rhode Island. That's not an island. Let's go racing. Top 2 to our final 4. Bottom 2 to the semifinal, the consolation bracket with a chance to come in hot as well. We're going green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
Wow. What a pop, what a launch. We're here in the semifinals. And we're going to let these pilots just separate out just a touch. Have a look at Tasty, followed by Dio. He's got traffic. Static 3, Mo 4, and it's all changed since I said it. First one across the line, Tasty on to lap number 2. There's Jodis following second. Mo currently in third. And now Static bringing up fourth place uncharacteristically as Tasty already at that dive gate, lap number 2, currently taking first place in front of Jodis. Tasty on to lap number 3.
2 seconds separating everyone right now as Tasty gets on that third lap.
Get out of here. Glancing at Jodis, seeing if he can possibly catch up to Tasty riding first place, but Tasty's still looking so clean. He's already at the wiggle waggle, getting ready to round out another lap. Let's bring him across at 18 in front of a 17 and another 18. A little bit of a tumble, I think, when he went through. That's a good sign for Jodis. There he is getting across. Jodis bringing a 19 after a pair of 20s, so slipping back just a bit behind your hero, Tasty.
But Mo and Static were only 2 seconds back as they had a little wobble-bobble. And so Tasty gets across the line. It's not dialed in yet for that second transfer position of the final 4. And Jodis gets it.
Jodis, you're in the finals alongside Tasty. Wow. Strong finish for Static. Your number 1 seed makes it in there. Mo's in as well. Bravo. You guys are not done. We're going to see you. Actually, I think we're going to see you in 2 rounds. Race number 13 for Static and Mo. Get your packs ready.
All right. So we have many updates. Borg Slayer was just over talking to me during that race there. And he said, no, it is actually Jodis. I'm like, listen, man, look at the OSD. It says Jotus, Jodis. All right. We had the conversation with Sunu, and I'm pretty sure you were sitting there. She said Jodis.
We had breakfast together.
We've had numerous conversations over this on the live streams of the sim races. You were saying Dio GTS, and I thought that was right.
Years. 5 years.
Borg Slayer, like it says Jotus on the screen. He says he changed that because you guys keep saying Jodis. He changed it for you. That's not his name.
You got bad information.
So now he's in the Final 4 Pro, and I believe, I'm going to write it down, I believe we have this right. Okay? Like.
J-Y-E.
Yeah.
J-O. Jits.
Tus.
Jiotus. Tus.
Jiotus. Are we closer? Not even.
I got
Borg
it.
Slayer's messing with me.
Dio GTS. Now, Joe's coming up here, so I'm just going to tell you before. Hold on, let me get it right before he butts in here. Dio GTS. Dio GTS. Did I get it?
Dio.
GTS.
GTS.
Dio GTS.
All right.
Any questions? No, it's Dio.
D.
It's like
The D is silent.
Dio.
Joe.
Like Joe.
Go, Joe. It's going to become Joe momentarily.
Go, Joe. Go.
The one thing we do know, just get the name right on the check as Jodis is in the Final 4. No channel changes for Tasty and Joe. Static and Mo, you're in the consolation bracket, match number 13. It's a break of 1 and no channel changes for you either. Getting set for match number 12. Flightning, Zotek, Swifty, FPV, and Itmom.
The local crew. These guys fly together. They're all locals, all good friends, and all hardcore pilots. Look at them in race number 12 of the pro class. That's what you get for being a part of the local posse. Enough practice and enough passion to make it all the way to race 12 in the pro class, double elimination bracket. From here on out, it's all eliminations all the way to the end. So it's going to be a sad finish to this one. Send him off, Joe.
All right, buddy, we're going green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone, less than 5.
Wow, a beautiful river of quads line of sight in this room, and they're all still together, each sharing the same course feature, now starting to separate out just a little bit as we get set for our first dive gate. Who's going to make it first? Swifty, followed by Itmom. Third place, Zotek right now. No, Flightning's in there somewhere too. I must have missed him going over. First one across the line, Swifty, an 18-second lap, 2 seconds ahead of Flightning, who's gapping 2 seconds ahead of Zotek in third place. Coming out of their first lap, Swifty still flying cleanly into his second dive gate. Can we get him some traffic? Gitmom now slipping back just a little bit as he does that wiggle waggle. Swifty moving on to lap number 3 already, still holding a strong first place. Traffic for Zotek inside the dive gate. Tipped a wing. I'm not sure who it was, but he came out of it nice and clean.
Flightning is hot on the backside of Swifty right now. Just got in front of Swifty. They're 1 and 2. Now Flightning distracted, Swifty distracted. Announcer curse or just lap traffic, I don't know. But we just had a huge switch up at the front of this one. Opening the door wide open. Zotek and Itmom getting closer. Zotek down. We just have Flightning and Itmom in the air. One more lap to go. There's Flightning back into first, able to redeem himself. And here comes Itmom onto that 4th and final lap as well. Zotek gets back up. He is 2.2 seconds back behind Itmom. Flightning, Itmom, Zotek. Final lap to see who stays alive. Flightning is in.
Flightning is in. He's in. He went in. Flightning was in. Oh my goodness. Who's second?
Zotek just had an issue.
Here comes Itmom.
Itmom gets it done.
I can't take it. I can't take that. I can't take it.
Itmom will go back to back, advancing.
Wow. Itmom and Flightning shutting out Swifty and Zotek. Shame on you. I'm upset.
So I believe that is going to be 7th overall for Zotek in our pro class and 8th overall for Swifty. We're down to 6. What a great race right there as we get set to bounce up. Flightning and Itmom racing back to back. A channel change for Flightning going to race band 2. It's a back-to-back situation. Flightning, IT Mom, Static, and Mo are up next as we take a short pause to thank some of the great partners of the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships.
weBLEED FPV. Shop now. FPV whoop drones, whoop gates, and accessories. FPV swag. Join the adventure today. Only at weBLEEDFPV.com. weBLEED.
Yes, sir. So
Yes,
much fun
sir.
here inside of the Craftsman Inn and Suites, Fayetteville, New York. You are joining us this afternoon in the final throws of our Pro Class division. We're the semifinal of the consolation bracket. Top two in this go to our final four versus Tasty and Joe. It's going to be a big throwdown. And then 6:30 tonight, live here on the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel and the MultiGP YouTube channel, our Elite Top 16. Who's going to be our 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion? So much racing to do. Can't wait.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us, good timing, because we're here at Race 13, semifinals of the entire Pro Class, where we have got 6 pilots remaining in this top 16 Pro Class tournament, and only 2 of them are going to come out of this round to meet our heroes in the final race. Static, Mo, Flightning, and Itmom. Only 2 of you can move on to meet us in the finals round. That's race number 14, where we're going to do a chase the ace finish. Tasty and GTS.
See how hard it is?
And
you wrote it down. You're like, no,
It was
man.
easy until today, Joe.
Yeah. Looks like we're about to go green. Slowpoke running our flight line here, giving Seeker a little bit of a break. We're going green. Top 2 advance to the final 4. Bottom 2, 5th and 6th overall in our Pro Class division. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
Beautiful launch. Whole shot goes to Flightning. He's so quick off the block. First one to hit that big drop on the triple stack gate as well. He's got a lot of heat from Itmom. Mo's there too, but it looks like Flightning right now. First one through the dive gate, and now Itmom making an approach. No, Itmom fell behind Mo. Mo currently riding second place behind Flightning as he moves on to lap number 2. There's a little bit of a set down for Mo. Now he's got action right alongside Itmom. Have a look at the battle on the left side of your screen. They are so close. They must have touched at some point. Side by side, Itmom makes a weird bobble. Mo's running away with it. Flightning in the number 1 spot. Mo number 2. Itmom number 3.
2 laps down, 2 laps to go for your leader. This one's all Flightning right now. Mo and Itmom again in that battle for 2-3, but Static, who crashed out, has got by him. He now moves up into that number 2 spot transfer position. He's been able to redeem himself. That went from the carpet, now back to the skies, and running the number 2 spot. White flag flying, 1 more to go for Flightning.
Flightning getting ready to punch his ticket to the finals in Pro Class would be such an epic achievement, but I'm looking back to see who second place might end up being. Flightning through the dive gate now, and we look ahead as Itmom now moves on to his final lap.
Look at this, checkered flag for Flightning, making it to our final 4.
But who's bringing next? They're both on the wibble wobble. Looks at P. Static. It's a race.
Mo and Static were side by side.
Wow.
And Static gets by Mo. Holds
That was
off
very
Mo.
close. Wow, Mo just a second away from a spot in the finals of Pro Class. There's a strong finish. Wow, awesome flying, pilots. Number 1 going to Flightning. Second place, Static.
Yeah, same as that, unless I hear otherwise. Yep.
So that's not those
1, 2, 3, 4.
in order.
Yeah.
Well, we are all set to go for our finals now. That's great advice.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's the official results of race number 13, semifinals, the entire Pro Class double elimination bracket here at the weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championships. Flightning taking home an epic first place in front of Static. Mo seconds away from punching his ticket to the finals. Could have relied on one more error by either of those top 2 pilots, but Itmom and Mo finishing, let's see, 6th and 5th place respectively, if I've got that right. We'll double check for confirmation.
You are correct.
Nailed it.
Of course.
Always.
Who would doubt it?
Nobody.
One
Just me.
channel change. Flightning with a channel change. Flightning, you're going to go to race band number 6. And of course, it's back-to-back as we go from the semifinal to consolation bracket. We are now set for your final 4. The Pro Class spectacular finish. the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. All right, Jesse P, you want to take it all in again, my friend? This is for you.
What's for me?
We're going to review the finish as we got a channel change. We have some lipos to change.
Thank you so much.
We're going to watch back Flightning, Static, Mo, and Itmom, the final that will play back on the
Let's
old
check this out.
DVR review.
Because I got to see it. I got to see this one more time. I know I'm going to watch it over and over, replay when I get back home on the flight.
Well, we're going to bring
replaying this one moment over and over.
We're going to bring you that replay right now, my friends.
There's going to be a huge spike in views for this particular part of the live stream.
Yes.
Look at that, race 14. That's your finalists on screen right now. Tasty Dio GTS, Flightning, and Static.
All right, you ready?
Let's watch this.
You ready? We're going to
Okay,
watch
Talk us
Flightning.
through this, because I'm looking at the bottom two screens, looking so close right now. They're both on the wiggle waggle, right?
All right, well, Flightning has finished the race. Let's go back before he finishes the race. My bad. I had it queued, and then I hit a wrong button.
You good?
This is all on me. We'll fix it up in post, all right? So
wanna
let's,
see it.
I didn't go back far enough. There we go. Here's Flightning finishing. Bang, right? Now you
Look,
got
the bottom two screens right now.
Mo and Static went through the dive gate almost side by side. They're neck and neck.
I think
Mo, bottom left, yeah.
Mo has to curl back for the start-finish gate somehow.
Yeah, what happened there? Yeah, this is at the end of the race. I'm
need to
clicking
go-
too much.
Yeah.
You know when you get it, your computer's just not downloading enough. You're like click, 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 click.
All right, Joe, slow it down.
All right,
let's
let's
slow
slow
it down. All right, that could have been contact. You see that? Look at the screen. Look at Mo's screen on the lower left. He's about to get his face swiped right there. He's going to gently
So-
and passionately.
For those that may not follow, what we love about drone racing, obviously you want to be the winner, but we love following second because you got the chase cam. In this situation, it's third. Mo is in third, but the chase cam, the quad that you see in the top right-hand corner of the frame, is actually Static. Now, we already know who wins, but let's just follow along here. Both of
Now,
them lining up on our
that-
start-finish gate. Now, look at this.
That was contact.
Do you see what we're looking off to the right here?
I don't think that's what you think it is.
Yes, it is. That is Mo. I think it is.
Let's find out.
I think.
Tick one frame ahead,
I'm
my friend.
only 75% certain, but
Yeah,
I
you're
believe
sounding
that's
less
Mo.
certain the more we talk
okay,
about
I'm
it.
60% certain that is Mo in front of Static. That
Give me
red.
one tick forward. if
One
you're so-
tick. Look, that's
Wait.
moving. And look, Mo is closer to the
OMG.
start-finish cube.
But Mo's about to miss the start-finish gate.
yeah, but
He got too excited.
hold on. Back up 2 frames.
I'm too excited.
Back up 2 frames.
Okay,
I
yeah.
was right.
Let's move on.
So I'm 100% certain. Okay, but you are also right, my friend. Mo misses the start finish gate.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
Static.
Mo.
Oh, Mo. And Static says Mo.
No Mo. No Mo. Here in the pro class finals. And he's right. There's no Mo. Because there's only 4 left.
Let's
And if
watch it in real time. Boom.
Yep, that was it.
Here, my good buddy Jesse P and I, top 8 of my MySpace friends,
Get out.
arguing about 1 frame of a red LED.
Well, it's an.
It wasn't even an argument. It wasn't an argument. It was a discussion.
I still think
But
you're
in
wrong
real
on
time,
that.
you think
I'm just being honest.
Okay, if you're
Because
honest,
that was not a quad.
that was Static.
I'll eat it right in front of everyone right now if you're right.
That was for real.
We don't
course-
have to do this. Doug, whose team are you on right now, Doug? Yeah, I see you smiling on the screen. Look at him. Peeking into the frame right there.
All right, you ready? We're gonna
Yeah,
go.
I'm ready, Joe.
Okay.
I can't believe we're doing this before the finals.
Okay, so Mo has Static in front of him. We see that.
What? Yeah, we're just getting set up for the wiggle waggle. Now
So-
watch, Mo's going to hit this wiggle waggle way fast.
Yeah,
He's
he
going to
finds.
completely win the wiggle waggle race
Yeah,
right now.
he just gained about 8 feet.
Look at Mo's screen. He sees the competition. He knows he's got to cut this one so tight. So he slices that pylon right there into the gate. He's now in the lead.
Now both of them are
But now he's
lining up.
passed over again. So now Mo's looking up the skirt.
Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Because you're about to eat a whole bunch of words. Look at this red right here.
I see
You
it.
see this red right
Let's
here?
watch where that red goes.
That red is eventually going to go to the right-hand side here.
I got to see this.
There's
Well, it
a
went to the
pass.
right. He's right about that. It went
Now
to
look at this red coming under here. Who's closer to the gate? Mo is closer to the start-finish cube.
How does
than
that make
Static.
sense?
That is Mo and Static right there.
So Static floating
This
above
little
Mo,
red-
looking down at Mo right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Look. Look. It's like Quad Racer. It's like Star Wars right there. That's him.
All right.
It doesn't matter. We're
No,
both
I think
right.
you're all right. I think you're actually all right.
Can we agree on one thing? That was
You won.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, that was
Wasn't
amazing.
it?
That was one hell of a semifinals. Pro class.
Our
Northeast Whoop Championships. I mean, I love it. Are you guys loving it? What's up, chat? Chats.
So they are saying 90% certainty it's Mo.
Well, you just picked a
Oh, yeah.
side, Grok. Come to my website.
Oh, shout out as well from our newest drone racing live stream fan, Bobby Scully, Just J Mom.
Love it.
Yeah. She
Just J's
said
mom.
she definitely wants to thank you for all the extras that we get on all those tinywhoop.com orders. Yeah. I mean, everyone gets a little surprise in a shipment from Tiny Whoop, but I know you see that Scully, Ontario, Canada address, and you went all out, especially on your nice little
Yeah, no, I have
confetti
just a little
cannon?
confetti cannon. It goes in every order.
in every order.
Yeah.
Really?
Not for everybody.
Well, it said, Marshall, have fun with your dad with this.
No, it's like, dear Marshall, enjoy these extra free parts. All I ask in return is that you fire a confetti gun at your dad. I don't remember how. how it
So
went.
Marshall, just JFPV, our hobbyist division champion, does everything he's told like a good little boy. So do you know what he did with that confetti cannon? We're in the line at the drive-thru for coffee, and he just goes poof inside the car.
That's a good call. That is a prime place to release a confetti cannon
That was 6 months ago.
inside a vehicle. You know, I could have laced that with the finest microfiche, like microfiber. Okay, said it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I went for the big stuff.
appreciate it.
I went for the easy cleanup for you.
Every day when I drive that car, I think of you. There's still confetti jammed
You're
in my
welcome.
dash. Well, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, we are at your final four of Pro Class. We're about to go green with Chase Ace, round one of many. We bring
Tons.
in out of the consolation bracket all the way from Heinsberg, Vermont. Cody LaBerge is with us. It is Static. Your TQ has made it to the final four. From just up the road in Clay, New York, USA, out of the consolation bracket as well. Top 5 seed in pro, Curtis Carley Flightning is in our final four.
Woo!
Here inside of our final four in pro class, also top 5 in qualifying here this week from Omaha, Nebraska's Joe Nunes. It is Jodas in your final four. And finally, your high seed coming out of the winner's bracket from Marlin, New York, Brian Smith is our man to chase. Tasty number 1 in our final four.
The crowd is packing in on both sides of the course, wanting to see all this epic action. It's time for your Pro Class Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to hit buttons, pilots, round one of many. Our champion is the first one to get 2 wins, 2 aces. It's Chase the Ace, round one. We're going live. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
We are officially underway. Pro Class Finals, and what a mess it is out there. Let's have a look. I'm seeing Static near the front right now. He's not alone. Static approaches that dive gate all by himself. Dio GTS right next to him. Tasty's there too through the dive gate as well. Static cruising first through his first lap. First place.
Lightning, Static, Jodas, and Tasty. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.8 seconds separating all 4 pilots. Tasty's back of the pack went down, and so we'll see if he puts the pressure on, but it's still Lightning, Static, Jodas here on lap 2. About to go into lap 3 with Tasty up into the 1.
Jodas made the pass up into 1. Static going down. Now Jodas running away with it. Crosses over into the 1 position. Have I got that right?
Yeah, you got it right. We had a misread there. We got it fixed. Tasty still back of the pack. Lightning, Jodas, Static with 2 laps to go.
Well, a little bit of an error by Lightning, and I think Jodas has it right now. He's through the horseshoe, getting ready to wiggle waggle for the 3rd time. Let's bring him across onto his final lap, getting ready to clinch an ace. Dio GTS riding first place on his final lap right now.
Jodas and Static on top of each other. Lightning is only 2 seconds back here on the final lap, and Tasty gets on a lap number 4. This could be a 4-wide finish in Chase the Ace round 1, and we get to do it again. Your first ace
Static
to Chase.
Static on the wiggle waggle, getting across right now, makes it official. Static takes an ace just seconds ahead of Dio GTS. Wow, Lightning in and Tasty, all 4 pilots within 5 seconds of that finish. Unbelievable race. Bravo, pilots.
I think it was Static Joe Lightning, but no one passed it, the thing, between the thing.
Well, results are unofficial. They get to put another pack in. We have our first ace to Chase. That'll be, we're pretty much certain that was Static, but we do have the time, we do have the technology and the appreciation that we're just going to review. Obviously, our timing system will ping when they go through our weBLEED FPV start-finish cube, but lap 4 ends in the crash gate on that final lap. And so just to play back the tape real quick, to confirm that finish, should be 4, 3, 2, 1.
If there's
Static,
ever a race
Lightning.
to be sure about, it's this one.
Okay, so we're confirming Static is well in. Now we should go about a 1.5 seconds back for Lightning.
Yep, there he is.
But look
Lightning,
at
look how
Jodas.
close. Yeah, side by side, Lightning about 2 or 3 feet in front of Jodas right now. Hooking towards that crash gate. Look how close these two are.
Oh my God.
Lightning gonna eke his way in just a moment in front of Jodas. Incredible. And you know, how many people held first place? This is a round where I think we have high potential for a multi-ace situation.
Absolutely insane. Can I tell you why I love this format, Chase the Ace? Because when you get to a final, here we started with 57 pilots. We're now down to the top 20 of the entire roster as we divide them up in that hobbyist division, the sport. Here we're in pro. A little bit later tonight, elite. You get to see the best of that division run again and again. Outstanding opportunity we get to watch and participate in this with your first ace to Chase, your top qualifier of pro, Static.
And tons of pressure after seeing how close he won that one. Barely in front of Tasty Dio Lightning. The entire pack separated after 4 long laps by only a few seconds.
5.7 first to fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. But look, the top 3 pilots, Lightning, Static, Dio, GTS, all within, have I got that right? 1.6 seconds.
You are correct.
After 4 laps, 1.6 seconds separating your top 3 pilots. If I was ever to predict a finals with a multi-ace situation, it's this one.
And when we played back the tape moments ago, the difference between second and third, less than 1/4 second, 0.230. Now that is at the timing gate, and we didn't see too much difference between the timing gate and the crash gate in that one. However, yes, that is how close it was, and we get to do it again. If you're just joining us here tonight, it is the Pro Class Finals. We still have the Elite brackets to get to, but here in our Final 4, we run this group repeatedly until someone gets 2 wins, 2 aces. It's Ace, Chase the Ace, and your first ace to Chase is Static. If he wins this next one, he is your Pro Class champion. So it is on Tasty, Jodas, Lightning to get a win, push us to a 3rd round, extra innings. The first one was hot. This one is going to be a blazer. Let's go green. Pilots, arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5.
Wow. That's
A rough start there for Jodis.
The call. I can't make the call on that.
I don't know. I don't know if he had contact on that.
Yes.
And we're going to call that one back. Hole shot rule, contact resulting in a crash. Good eye, Jesse P.
Yeah. My pleasure.
And also, if I can give you kudos, I know you and I have been co-commentators many events, big ones, little ones, in-person ones, remote ones. And you and I, we talk, as I've been a commentator of different sports for many years, I like to give you a little feedback. You like to give me a little feedback, obviously.
I want the feedback.
Number of live streams that you do, you know, you have a different outlook on things. I learn from you, you learn from me. We're buddies, great partnership. And the one thing that you did, which many people that I've sat beside have done wrong, you did right, is you instantly saw an issue that should have been called and went like this. The right
They can't
call.
see you.
I'm not even on screen. I mimicked you putting the mic down and off screen saying, was that would be a hole shot,
Well,
maybe? Instead of saying something which would detract from the race, and
whether
it was or it wasn't, and you'd said something, we would have been forced to call it back. But you did the right call. You instantly paused, muttered to me.
There
I
is
double-checked.
nothing worse than the feeling of saying something that the pilots can hear, you know, when it's literally, it's been explained to me many times today, actually, that's not my job to call it back. I should not be even watching for the mid-airs
But you
before the crashes.
instinctively saw it, brought it to our attention very discreetly, quietly. I just
You know
got to
what?
give you
Yeah.
kudos, bud.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did a good job.
You did a great job.
Thanks, bro. Thank you very much. That's too kind. You would have done the same.
Well, I've been doing this a long time, you know how I learn things? By doing it wrong.
Probably, yeah, same. You
So,
know I've screwed that one up.
We ran.
Probably with you.
I don't think you have, but I
Maybe.
did a race once. It was like a regional final with multi-GP, and my co-commentator, I was taking the start. I was calling out the hole shots, and he just interrupted me and said hole shot. And it wasn't per our rule book, because hole shots come in a program at a certain point. It wasn't applicable, but because he said it, even though it wasn't, and it wasn't his place to do it, we had to restart that race. Now, at the end of the day, is the worst, we'll fix it. But we actually, from then, and that was 2018, we actually wrote it in our rule book that unless the race director or the flight line director say it, and depending on the event, I may not even be in that role. But shout out to you.
Thank you so much. This is too long of a compliment. Let's move along.
But the rule. Double A says, okay, it's going on for a minute. Yeah, there's a lot of love in the air. The reason it was called back, if you're not following along, there was contact resulting in a crash before all the pilots got through our hole shot gate, which is our start-finish gate. So that was legit, textbook, hole shot. It's Chase Ace round number 2. The pilots are ready. And just like when we went green the first time, static is your ace to chase. Good luck, pilots. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Fantastic start.
Wow, awesome view from on board with Dio GTS as he is chasing down. Who is that? He's in third currently right now, trying to make his way to that launch gate, that dive gate first. Tasty number 1. No.
Well, yeah, it was Tasty. Then Static got up there. Now Tasty back in there. Jodis is now pushed up in front of him. It's Tasty, Static, Jodis.
Wow.
1 second separating all three after 1 lap down. And now we're trying to catch up with Flightning. He's 6 seconds back from our top 3.
They are still gliding together. Tasty and Static, 1 and 2 through the dive gate and now getting ready to wiggle waggle. They're moving on to their final lap. No,
2 more to
Third
go.
lap.
Static
Third lap.
just ahead of Tasty, just ahead of Jodis. Static has the ace, so it's on Tasty and Jodis to make that big move to push it another round. They get another ace. Tasty going down. So now we're all behind Jodis to push this to extra innings, but Static starting to pull away. White flag flying. 1 more to go for Static on lap 4, and there's Jodis 3 seconds back.
Static without any major errors and an ace in his pocket. He's already headed for that dive gate. This could be Static's final run. 2 and done. Is it going to happen? There he is on the wiggle waggle. This looks to be official. Joe, the Pro Class champion, Static with 2 aces. Bravo, but there are points for second. Let's look back at the pack. Appears to be Dio GTS with a clear second place points. He's pulling it across. There it is. Jodis drops a deuce. Second place in the Pro Class finals for Dio GTS, a.k.a. Dio GTS. Flightning and Tasty bringing in 4th and 3rd respectively. All of these results unofficial. We'll double check in just a moment. We need to get some points going, Joe.
Well, we need to hear from our remote officials before it is official. Make sure that all the gates were traversed correctly. Now, we do have a rule in play here for the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship that if there is a tie on points for podium, there'll be a race-off. But as we sit right now, results unofficial, no race-off. The points are all separated, but just awaiting a thumbs up and an all clear before we tell you who your
I'm not
final
hearing
4
anything.
a pro is.
We want to make sure. What have we heard?
Well, we're going to check the official connection with our remote officials. Jace, did anyone... Jace is now checking it.
A scramble for official results. 0 complaints so far.
And so, as we take a look at the screen right there, that is how they finished in the race, right? Static first, Jodis second, Flightning third, and Tasty fourth. Well, no, what that is calculated right there, that is the... That's under review. But I don't know, we're using some new things behind the scenes. What I'm looking at on the screen right there is your overall, let me confirm, that's your overall finish order right there. Don't hit any buttons. I don't know what you did. That's the overall final 4 right there.
Wow.
Static 2 aces, we know that. But when we look to your top 4 of Pro Class, Tasty is going to be 4th overall. Flightning, your 2nd runner-up. Your reserve champion will be Jodis, and Static is your 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion.
Bravo,
in the Pro Class.
Pro Pilots. Bravo. Incredible. Incredible job.
Ladies and gentlemen, Borgslayer here. Thank you very much for our Pro Class finalists. Such an amazing, tight group up here. Yeah, let's do the individual ones first. Who's 3rd place? Flightning, 3rd overall. Congratulations, bro. Jio, or Joe, DTS, a.k.a. Jodis. First place, Code of the Birds, a.k.a. Static, bringing it up from Vermont, New England. Way to bring it, Cody. All right, let's get all of them together, guys, for one quick podium shot here.
Well, congratulations to your 4 overall top pilots of Pro Class, 4th overall Tasty, your 2nd runner-up, 3rd overall Flightning, your reserve champion Geodis, and Static, your 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop champion in the Pro Class. Taking a look at the clock here, it is 5:47, so in about 15, 20 minutes from now, here in-house, 6:05, we're going to have our pilot briefing for our elite class. Then we'll give everyone 1 pack of practice, and then we're going to be back with a final broadcast. It will be a new broadcast, so you're going to have to take a little break. Those watching on the weBLEED FPV channel at home, and join our new broadcast. It's going to be going live on or about 6:20 Eastern. That's about 30, 35 minutes from right now. We'll be live with a practice pack, and then into our brackets with our elite group here at the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship. And what a roster of pilots. So we're going to see Baxani from Canada, Ugelin, FPV Skittles from International Game of Whoop, the OG Dr. Love, along with Farmers from Grimsby, Canada. Also, Benny Mac, Tweech, Chainsaw FPV, the local talent who absolutely slayed his qualifiers. Also, Rec, FPV Cam, E-Doc from Western Canada, Pino, the collegiate champion, Nightwing, AK FPV, Pork Chop FPV, one of our top 5 of the 2023 IO Whoop Championship, and your TQ top qualifier in the elite class, Neon FPV. Those 16 pilots, along with my good buddy Jesse P and the entire cast and crew of weBLEED FPV, will be back in about 30 minutes time here on the weBLEED FPV YouTube channel and the MultiGP YouTube channel. Have a little break, come back. We got some electric hot elite class racing to round out the 2024 weBLEED Northeast Whoop Championship in about 29 minutes from now.
weBLEED!